Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. Oh, I am feeling the goodness today. I've had so many messages of people experiencing the magic. And a couple of those people were messaging me saying, Michelle, I always thought you were bonkers in your videos talking about random checks in the mail and people getting money right when they need it at the last moment, and they didn't really believe in it until they just had this experience. So I'm here to share a few stories with you all. So my one friend has been struggling financially, and she's good. She's trusting the universe. She's taken leaps of faith. She's learning the process. But now she's really seeing how the universe is showing up, and it's so freaking cool. So she was out like $300 for something. I'm not going to go into the details to make the video too long, but she was out $300, right? And she really needed that $300. And she was just like, what am I going to do? Oh my gosh. So something told her to go look through this pile of mail that she had. She went through the mail. She found an envelope from, I think it's Santander Bank. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I don't even know if she remembers having an account with them. But she opened up the envelope and it was a check for $340. And she had the pile of envelopes sitting there for maybe like a week or two, but she was guided to not go through it until that day when she found out she needed the $300. She freaking found a check for $340. And it was like residual money that was left in her account or something. And I firmly believe, like, she was like, Michelle, I don't remember having an account with them. She's like, I've literally have heard you talk about this in your videos, and I didn't believe it. And now I'm seeing that the universe creates money. I believe that she probably never had an account with them, because even had her maiden name on the envelope. And she was like, what? It just didn't make sense. That's how you know the universe is jumping into people's bodies. It's creating money. It's creating a scenario to bring you your desires. And once we realize this, that it can make things out of thin air happen, then we can start trusting a little bit more. When things start to go south, we can see that we are magic. And if we think a thought, and she said, I need $300, and boom, the same freaking day it showed up. You guys, I'm not kidding you. I get to be the witness to all of these stories. And I have people jumping into my email, sharing their magic with me. It's because I happen to be the common denominator, because I have a channel about it, but this is happening all around you. And I'm just here sharing it so you can have faith, and I can restore your faith in the process, because it can happen to you too. So if you're watching this video right now and you just had a little bit of doubt and fear, and you're like, no, that's not real, it's not going to happen, you're next, because the universe is not going to let you stay in that doubt. The universe did not let my friend stay in her doubt. It forced her to have an experience to where she was scared because she needed the money. So it almost drops us to our knees to make us see how the magic can unfold for us when we need it most. So another magical miracle story is, I have this one client who's been looking to move and switch locations. Her job is a couple hours away, so she's driving a lot. She works from home, but she only has to go to the office like 2 or 3 times a week. But she's been feeling this pull to leave where she is, and she's just not super happy where she is. So she wants to get this townhome. She wants a yard for her dog. She wants a fence. So we made her a little manifesting list, and she's been searching for the last 3 or 4 months, and the universe was not giving her anything. Meanwhile, she had to be set to leave her current apartment, or I think she's renting a house. Her lease was up, I think, in July 10th. So now it's getting down to crunch time. Now she's really needing a place to go to. Otherwise, she's not going to have a house. So just the other week, she texted me. She said, oh my gosh, I finally surrendered and was settling for this apartment, this home that I was going to rent, that I wasn't super happy with. It had a yard, but there was no fence. So I'm going to have to walk my dogs. I'm not going to be able to just let them roam. So she wasn't super happy, but she put the application in. They approved it. Well, the very next day, there was this other house that she really, really wanted. And the realtor came back and said, oh my gosh, they approved you. You are good to go for this other house that has the fence. It has the yard. It's beautiful. And so she was thinking, oh my gosh, this is it. This is it. And then she was like, but wait, like, I think the timing of the dates, like, she would have to move in on the 21st of July, but she really is not going to have anywhere to stay from the 10th to the 21st. So the realtor went to the people and were like, hey, is there any way we can extend the dates? and it all aligned. The universe aligned every single detail. But wait, it gets even crazier. Even the movers, the only available weekend that they had open was the 21st, which would have been her move-in date. So she had to go to her house and ask her landlord if he would extend her stay until the 21st. And he said yes. So everything is falling into place. So now she is able to move in on the 21st. She's allowed to stay in her current place until the 21st. And the movers just happen to have that weekend open to help her move. It gets even juicier. There was still this little piece of her about this other house. There was one more thing on her list that she really wanted. She wanted to be around water. And the place wasn't as well kept. So it had the yard and the fence, which were her two non-negotiables. Like she had to have that, but she was thinking she was asking for too much by having a beautiful space, a yard, a fence, and to be by water. She just didn't think it was possible. Well, after all of that rearranging, she gets told that the place is no longer available. So wah, wah, right? She totally is deflated. She's frustrated. She hops back online. She finds this beautiful home to rent. It's right by Lake Norman. I think it's down south, and I think it's North or South. I think it's North Carolina. She's right by a lake. The house is way more beautiful than the other one. It has a yard and it has a fence. So the universe knew this whole time this Lake Norman house was waiting for her, but it kind of put her through the ringer to show her to have faith that even when things get rearranged a million times, there is still a rainbow at the end. You're still going to get what you wanted. And even though she was settling for the first place, and then she was kind of settling again for the second place because it didn't have the water, but she didn't want to be greedy. She wanted to kind of like take it because time was crunching and she's like, I need a place to go. But the universe won't pass you guys by. It's going to bring you exactly what you need. But a lot of times it's right at the end, right when you think there's no hope and you feel pressed for time, that's when the universe shows up. So I'm here to encourage you. If you're going through a similar situation, like my friend with the $300, where you feel like you're in despair, you don't know what to do, you're like, oh, that's when you pause, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, and say, universe, I know you have my back. I know you're going to show up for me. I'm going to relax and I'm not going to get stressed. And I know you're going to bring me a place to go, or you're going to bring me the money. And then watch what happens. And you better report back to me and tell me, because I love hearing these stories. It is so stinking magical. And I know for me in my life, I've had many situations where I literally would be on the couch with debilitating anxiety and just being like, oh, am I making the wrong decisions? Michelle, what are you missing? And I would always beat myself up. And now I learned, as soon as I get in that energy, nope, I love myself. And I know that my soul has a plan for me. And sometimes it gets a little rocky right before it gets better. So I'm going to embrace this little rocky moment, and I'm going to wait for my magic to happen. And it always does. Always does. And remember, what you put out is what you get back. So if you're looking to receive some extra money in some way, remember, you got to give a little to get a little. Maybe go tip somebody today. Maybe I did a morning reading with a client and she tipped me like $15, which was so lovely. Actually, it was $25. I'm sorry. It was $25, which is a big tip. But that was just like, that feels good because I tipped somebody else this morning. So whatever we put out is what we get back. So if you're putting out good energy, if you're being a good person, the universe is going to provide for you. And I believe the universe still provides for people that are not good people. That's why we see like not so great people getting great things, because it still loves us. We're all the same and we're all connected. But your magic awaits you. You just have to believe in it, and you have to open your eyes to see that it always happens right when you least expect it. It is darkest before dawn, so hang on. I hope you enjoyed these two magical stories. It lit me up to hear my clients finally experiencing the magic they've been watching me talk about in my videos, and it's gonna happen for you all too. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.